This video is about the 2026 Miami Grand Prix. Miami, the city of speed, spectacle, and unpredictability. And under the humid Florida skies, Formula One witnessed another chapter in the rise of Kimi Antonelli, the teenager who's rewriting the sport's history. The race began with chaos. Antonelli, starting from his third consecutive pole, faced a three-way showdown with Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc into turn 1. Both locked up. Both slid wide. Verstappen spun. The crowd gasped. And just like that, the order was scrambled. Leclerc took the early lead, Antonelli chased, and behind them the McLarens of Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri lurked, ready to strike. But Miami had other plans. Within minutes, 2 crashes, Isaac Hadjar into the wall and Pierre Gasly flipping after contact with Liam Lawson, brought out the safety car. 4 cars gone before lap 10. The tension was electric. When racing resumed, Norris pounced. He snatched the lead from Leclerc, forcing Antonelli to fight back. The Italian reclaimed second, lost it again, then took it once more, a relentless duel that set the tone for the afternoon. Behind them, Russell and Piastri traded blows, Verstappen clawed his way back from the spin, and Hamilton battled damage after contact with Colapinto. Every lap was a story. Then came the strategy war. Rain was threatening, but never arriving. Leclerc pitted early, frustrated. "Next time you make a big decision, speak with me first," he snapped over the radio. Antonelli stayed out longer, waiting for the perfect window. When he finally stopped, the timing was flawless, emerging just ahead of Norris after a massive undercut. The Mercedes pit wall had nailed it. From there, it became a 2-horse race. Antonelli versus Norris. Youth versus experience. The gap hovered around a second. The McLaren was faster in the straights, the Mercedes stronger in the corners. Antonelli reported gearbox worries, Norris closed in, but the Italian refused to crack. Lap after lap, he defended with precision, managing tyres and energy like a veteran. Behind them, the midfield was madness. Leclerc fought Russell and Piastri for 4th, Verstappen lurked in 5th, and Hamilton tried to salvage points. Raindrops began to fall, just enough to make the track slippery, not enough to change tyres. The final 10 laps were pure theatre. Lap 49. Piastri attacked Leclerc for 3rd. The Ferrari spun, tapped the wall, and kept going, but Russell and Verstappen swept past. Leclerc's frustration boiled over. "I think he hit my tyre," Verstappen radioed as Russell's front wing scraped his Red Bull. The stewards were already preparing a long night. Up front, Antonelli held firm. Norris was told to cool off due to a wing issue, and the Mercedes stretched its lead. The checkered flag fell after 57 laps of chaos, and Antonelli crossed the line 3.264 seconds ahead, his 3rd consecutive victory. 3 poles. 3 wins. History made. Norris finished 2nd, exhausted but proud. Piastri completed the podium after a late charge. Russell took 4th, Verstappen 5th, and Leclerc, after a post-race penalty for repeated track cutting, dropped to 8th behind Hamilton and Colapinto. Sainz and Albon rounded out the points. Antonelli's words after the race captured his mindset perfectly. "The start was not as bad as yesterday. I didn't expect Charles to break that early, so I locked up. I was lucky in turn 2. I made a mistake with energy management, lost a place to Lando, but the pace was strong. The team did a great strategy. We did a massive undercut and brought it home. It wasn't luck. It was mastery." Antonelli had survived pressure from Norris, chaos from Leclerc, and the threat of rain, and still delivered perfection. At 19, he became the first driver ever to convert his first 3 poles into wins. Behind the celebrations, the stewards handed out justice. Verstappen received a 5-second penalty for crossing the pit exit line. Leclerc's repeated off-track excursions earned him a converted drive-through, 20 seconds added to his time. Russell was investigated for collisions with both Leclerc and Verstappen. The final order shifted again, but Antonelli's victory stood untouched. As the sun set over the Miami International Autodrome, the paddock buzzed with one question. Is this the beginning of a dynasty? Antonelli now led the championship by 20 points. 3 wins in a row. calm under pressure, ruthless in execution. The teenager from Bologna had turned Formula One's most unpredictable race into another masterpiece. Next stop, Montreal. But after Miami, the world already knew, Kimi Antonelli isn't just winning races. He's changing the game. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share.